Welcome to the NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series Season 2 finale here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. And you can see we have a field of 39 cars. That is second largest field in IRWIN Tools Cup Series history, as they're taking on 10 laps in the season finale here at Homestead Miami. And it is a beautiful day for racing, and we have 4 drivers ready to duke it out. We have Brad Keselowski going off the clutch win, Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Busch, and Joey Logano. They are all competing, and it's going to be a really fun race as we're going to find out who wins a championship. So we're going to look at your starting lineup for the championship for Ford 400. On the pole in his final race, Carl Edwards and Kevin Harvick. He is trying to end the tension with Chevy on a high note. Mark Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, both are pretty good at Homestead. I would expect Larson to be in front. Ryan Newman and Chase Elliott, both of them would like to end the season with a win and some momentum with the season. We have our first of our contenders, Kyle Busch looking to go back-to-back, and Joey Logano looking for his first IRWIN Tools Cup Series championship. Ryan Blaney and then Matt Kenseth. Ryan Blaney looking to ride momentum. Kenseth probably only has a couple years left. Brad Keselowski, Jimmie Johnson, both of them are looking for their first IRWIN Tools Cup Series championships. Denny Hamlin, Jamie McMurray, they've had okay seasons. They're hoping, though, they want more. Austin Dillon and Alex Bowman, impressive run as Alex Bowman makes his final start in the 88. We have Eric Jones in his first Cup race and Tony Stewart in his last. Casey Kane and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 2 drivers hoping to get up there into the front. A.J. Allmendinger, Michael McDowell. McDowell in his final appearance in the 59 before he goes to the 95. Kurt Busch and Ty Dillon. Busch in his obviously also in the last race with Chevy. Ty Dillon, he is in his last race with the 95. Trevor Bayne and Clint Boyer, can you believe it? This is the final race in the 15 for Clint Boyer. Danica Patrick and Chris Buescher. Danica Patrick moving to Ford, Chris Buescher moving to Chevy. Eric Almirola in the 43, and Casey Mears, possibly his final race as he has no Cup races planned. Paul Menard and Landon Castle. Paul Menard, just okay. Landon Castle, final race in the 38. 2 drivers that are also retiring in the big retirement wave, Brian Scott and Greg Biffle. David Reagan, he's moving on to the number 38. Matt DiBenedetto moving to the 32. Regan Smith in probably his final race, and Timmy Hill as well. And we rounded out with Jeffrey Earnhardt, who does not have a ride for next season. And now our honorary starter is Team of Legend. Thank you to all the honorary starters this season. And we are ready to get restarted. Green flag is in the air. Lap 1 out of 10. The championship the champion gets decided today. Green flag is in the air. Kyle Busch 3 wide early, and there's some big moves towards the back pocket. Denny Hamlin spins, and Austin Dillon a crash on lap number 1, turn 1, as Austin Dillon and Hamlin got together. And wow, that was a rough crash right there. 2 drivers, 2 contenders for the win, as Austin Dillon probably had one of the fastest cars here. Let's watch this again. Eric Jones, oh yeah, Eric Jones makes it 4 wide. Austin Dillon has no room, and Hamlin gets ahead of him. So Denny Hamlin, he is out of the race, as well as Austin Dillon. He will not end his season on a high note. So the two of them will not end the season how they wanted. They wanted it in victory lane, but season 3 is around the corner for them. So we're going to restart now. Lap 3 out of 10. And Kyle Busch, the highest championship runner. Green flag back in the air. And Kyle Larson, great restart. He's up to second. Keselowski 3 wide in the back, knowing he has to make some moves. That's what's required to win a championship. And Keselowski stays 3 wide. Edwards, though, takes the lead. Carl Edwards would love to end his career on a high note. Lap 4 out of 10 now. And look at this, Kyle Busch. Here's your championship battle. Kyle Busch gets by Logano as they battle side by side. Keselowski and Jimmie Johnson close behind. As you can see, Edwards continues to lead. And whoa, there's beating and banging between Busch and Logano. They have a history. And Logano got a little bit loose. We're going to watch this again. Yeah, I don't know. Logano, I think, went in too much, and he got a little loose. Good for him to save that car, and it looks like Logano is already getting back by him. And now look at this, but side by side for the lead. Larson on the high side. Kyle Larson, we knew he was going to get there, and he takes the lead. But back here, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Logano battle. The two teammates are side by side while Kyle Busch tries to pull away. Jimmie Johnson is a little bit far behind them, and we got a wreck. Matt DiBenedetto crashes, and this changes everything as we're going to have another restart as, yeah, he just spun out, and Matt DiBenedetto not going to end how he wanted at BK Racing. That was just the whole theme. Just bad luck. And that's going to end their day. So big restart. Restart lap 8 out of 10. This is almost an overtime thing. Championship Gutierrez battle. Green flag in the air. Busch crashes. Big wreck. Logano and Truex. Oh my goodness. Big championship change here as 2 of our championship 4 crash hard into the wall. 2 bitter enemies. Kyle Busch and Logano. And this changes everything. They were leading almost the whole time up front. We're going to watch this. Logano gets into Busch. Logano spins. Here, there's an extra slow-mo. He got into Busch. Logano, he had it saved, but Kyle Busch came across, and Truex, just an innocent bystander, got wrecked. And look at Keselowski all the way on the apron and missed that. That could be a clutch move. Meanwhile, we got Kyle Busch, Logano, and there's a punch thrown. Busch tries to throw a punch, but now the safety crew workers quickly separate them as people grab Logano away from the scene. Kyle Busch not going back to back, so that does certainly suck. Joey Logano, he had it saved, but he got in the wreck, but not going in the way he wanted. And Martin Truex Jr., tough last 3 races for Truex. He went from a championship to the garage. And, yeah, the garage is filling up. So now we're going to restart now. Up 10 out of 11. We're into overtime. And Brad Keselowski is in command after missing the crash. He is in 3rd place. He's going to see if he can hold off 7-time Monster Energy Cup champion Jimmie Johnson, who starts 6th. Who's going to win it? Green flag is in the air. Edwards with a great restart as Kyle Larson did not get going. Keselowski, he is still 3rd. Jimmie Johnson trying to run that high line to see if he can catch him. And here we go now. Final lap of season 2. Does Jimmie Johnson have anything to catch up to Keselowski? It looks like Keselowski, though, is in cruise control. Johnson by Harvick. Brad Keselowski. Bad Brad, he's in control. Johnson's going to try to catch him, but it's not going to be enough. Carl Edwards wins. Brad Keselowski is your Season 2 champion. And what a finish to this season as Keselowski wins. Let's watch this restart. Keselowski gives Edwards a great push. He continues his momentum. And Keselowski is able to hold off Jimmie Johnson to win the title. How about that? And Carl Edwards, for the final time, is doing his burnout. He's going to be a true sport and congratulate Keselowski. And Keselowski, with his American flag, does his burnout as he's your Season 2 champ. And Tony Stewart, he is saluting the fans one final time. As Richard Petty did this in 1992, Tony Stewart is saluting the fans one last time to thank them for the support over the years. So congrats to the number 19 of John Palucci. You have won, and you have won in Carl Edwards' final race. And congrats to the number 2 of Griffin Lynn. You are the Season 2 champion. So here's your results. Carl Edwards ends out on top. Keselowski, of course, is your champion. Kyle Larson, good. Look at that. And Chase Elliott, Jamie McMurray, Ryan Blaney, Ryan Newman, all with good outings today, as they did a pretty good job. And you can see more notables back there. Tony Stewart in his final race. He's pretty good. And here's your second page. A lot of these drivers have lost hopes this year. A lot of these guys back here just had tough luck. They just could never find the groove and get going. And yes, the last page is probably the more crushing, obviously, because of Logano, Kyle Busch, and obviously there's Denny Hamlin and Austin Dillon. They're also back there. And yeah, here is the diagram of the championship for Keselowski takes the win. Johnson, Kyle Busch, and Joey Logano, full season points. Like, if you want to know where you finish in points, it will be in the comments section eventually, so look forward to that. And so that is all she wrote for Season 2. Season 3 will be starting up very, very soon. Sign-ups are done, and honorary starter sign-ups is coming up soon. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome season with the new format. But for now, we congratulate Brad Keselowski as Team Penske wins the championship, Ford wins the championship, and we also thank Carl Edwards, Tony Stewart, and all the other drivers for their amazing support in the Irwin Tools Cup Series, and of course the fans, as this would not be a series without you. And I thank you all for your contributions and for everyone who signed up for this wonderful series. So I will see you soon.